Welcome everyone to our another conversation. Our intent is to get the best of runners and ultra runners from India on this platform and let them share their stories so you can learn from that and you can also get inspired. Today we have Praveen Sharma from India. So Praveen, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Hi Chetan, thanks for having me here.
What's up with you in this lockdown? What's happening? How are you training? What's with the running? If you can just share a bit with that.
Okay, as we know that for all the runners, we are so committed to our mileage, the long runs, and the workouts. So in this lockdown, it is getting really challenging. It was challenging in the initial week, but later on, I'm sure everybody is figuring out some way to get it continued. So I also have been going. I figured out a place, like it's a terrace where I've been running. So morning and evening I'm doing a good workout. Getting enough time now as I do not need to commute to my workplace. So working from home. So the office thing is sorted now. So I'm getting enough time, enough sleep. So I think this is going really good for me now. Initially, it was a challenge in the first week, but I think I have figured my way out of it, and I'm happy about it. So it doesn't matter, how long it will go for me. At least my workouts will not be hampered. I am sure about it.
How much have you been able to run? What are the distances you are able to manage on that rooftop?
Somewhere around 70, 80 kilometers of mileage in a week.
Oh, that's a lot actually. That's good. So Praveen, touching upon your journey at La Ultra, what we also call as a road to La Ultra. It has been very inspiring. We obviously know, but just to share with our viewers, how did you come to know about the race, and what was the process of planning when to take part in it?
Okay, so I guess it was 2016 when we got to know about the Gharwal runs, and it happens in February. So I planned this run along with few of friends. And I've did 74 kilometers of Gadwal runs there within the cutoff time, which is 12 hours. But to qualify for La Ultra 111, it's 11 hours. So I wasn't qualified that time. I did it in somewhere around 11:50, and I was not even planning to do 111. That was not on my mind, and I was not much aware of La Ultra, the categories at that time. I heard it from when I did the Khardungla in 2015 and 14. At that time, I got to know about this. In 2015, I did the Khardungla, so I got to know about that. There are some crazy people who run this La Ultra. The different distances. I mean, how can it be possible? Because we were not aware of any of such Indians who have done it before. So in 2016 there was no plan. After Gharwal runs, everything was going fine. Like we were practicing, I was doing my practice run and everything. But again in 2017 I did Gharwal runs. I really like the terrain and everything there. The temperature, everything is so nice. The route is it's superb. So I attempted it again, and I was able to complete it within the cutoff of 11 hours. So got to know that I qualified for 111, and then few of my friends they pushed me to let's go for this 111 and let's do it. So that's how we decided. And yeah, but when we registered for it, then only I got to uh, I was लगा कि क्या register कर दिया है. So I trained hard for it at that time, 111, and it was very difficult for me to at least complete that 111. It was not easy. Uh, उसके बाद I think my ultra running lifestyle and looking for the ultra running has completely changed. Uh, there's a immense confidence जो मेरे अंदर में आया after 111. And uske baad, whatever the run events that happens in India, I was sure of one thing, that I can go and attempt any race here in India, and I'm sure that at least I'll be able to finish it. If not in a good time, but I can do it because I've done 111 ultra. So that was the plan. So So उसके बाद I did several races, other races in India, and then next year I was targeting this. Few of my friends, we were planning to do the. We decided that why not attempt the 333 there in Ultra, because no Indian has ever done that, and this is something we would like to do. But nobody was sure. So just to be sure, if we can do it or not, just to experience the sleepless nights and all, we participated in the run event to complete it. And then we decided, let's give it a try, and we started training for it, training hard for it. And then I got injured, and then there were only 2-3 months left, when I recovered from my injury. uh, so मैंने degrade कर दिया to a 2-2 distance there, and I did not attempt for 333 because I know the time was, the practice time was not enough for me. Even that was not enough for 2-2, but I dared to do it because I dreamed about it. तो वो जाके मैंने attempt किया, and I was able to do it. Somehow I managed to complete it within the time. उसके बाद तो उसके बाद I did this race in Brazil of 217 kilometers in the mountains and everything. And I was sure of one thing, like the distance is not a challenge for me. So, this time you guys were introducing this in Edison X. This was 555, which you guys introduced. So somewhere it was in my mind that कि we हमको पता नहीं था कि ये रेस नेक्स्ट ईयर होगी कि नहीं होगी. And everybody wanted to challenge their limits in in the ultra running. Every runner wants to do that. So कहीं ना कहीं ये लगा कि 333 तो शायद if I'll go, I'll train, I might be able to do it. तो कुछ ऐसा करना था जहां पर where you're not sure कि क्या होने वाला है. So I dared to go for the 555, and rest is history. I was not able to complete it. But never mind, I've got a really good experience from there. So I'm very happy about it that I have attempted it. So, a very good experience in La Ultra. My complete running career has been changed after this. La Ultra.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that. You run with this awesome company of runners that we know, Mandeep sir and Munish, and you guys have run so many races together. What role have they played in your ultra running journey?
Yeah, so I feel very lucky that I have such a great company with me. I look up to them because, I get inspired and motivated with them. They are there, with all my runs, and, keep us motivated every time. So I think, the group has played the important role in shaping my journey to, the ultra running, and give me the immense confidence in, anything can be achieved. So those, during the long distances that I have dared to do it is because of them. They have played a major role in that, to make me attempt those distances. So yeah, we still are, training hard together. Before the lockdown, it was really going fine. So I'm very happy to have them, as a part of my life. So it's really good to have a good company of runners.
That's great. So, of the three of you, who's the one who's a bit lenient, who would maybe cheat today on a run, but there's one who would definitely say, no, we have to do it. Let's be very strict about it.
Okay, so I am the strict one. I keep everyone very disciplined in terms of running. If it has to be done, it has to be done. So no chance we'll skip anything. And I think nobody is lenient there, whenever, if it's decided that we are going to catch up at 3, so it can't go 3-5. It will be 3 or before that. So we are very, very disciplined about our time and respect each other's time. So that's why, we share this bond, and that's why our training goes on very, with the commitment and discipline every time. So there's no scope of leniency at all with any of us.
There are a lot of people who send us these questions and they ask, uh, I'm a working professional, I don't have time, I can't train that much, I can't run, I have a family to take care of, we have commitments. But the thing is that, so do you guys. I mean, Mandeep sir, you, Munish, you all are working professionals. You have full time jobs. Uh, you have uh, responsibilities at home to take care of. So, how do you guys manage such high training volume? And what's the key?
So, I, every, as you have said that, everybody has, this thing, the, some excuses are there, but I believe, when you actually want to do something, you find time out of, for it anyhow. So, what we do, we guys, mostly, we wake up very early in the morning, like 2, 1, 3, very early. And by the time, our family, they wakes up or something, we are home by that time. So by 7, 8, we'll be home. So we are not losing that time here that, our family time is compromised somewhere. So that's not happening. Yeah, we have to compromise a little bit of sleep, but then, in the week we try to, cope up with that. So somewhere we try to make it up, that sleep time. So that is how we manage. And in the weekdays as well, for 1 or 2 times, we also try to catch up early morning again and then go to the work. Yeah, and then we feel sleepy in the work as well. So that happens, yeah. But once you get used to it, such kind of training, so your body adapts. So later on, these things doesn't matter much, how you know कि कैसे टाइम निकालना है, कैसे होगा, सब बॉडी अडेप्ट कर लेगी आराम से.
Over the years, how has it changed uh, you as an individual? I'll just talk about you because the other two aren't here. But running so many ultras now, uh, how has it shaped you as an individual?
In in terms of my work, the people I meet everywhere, my confidence has, it's gone up really high. I I like self belief, it has also gone like totally high. And that perception that body has limitations, so it doesn't has any limitation, we know it. And I've closely seen it. So that is one thing. And I think we have become more like I have become more brave, confident, more hardworking. So all those things that we see in the quotes everywhere written about the running, it is actually, it makes you humble. So I think I can't say by myself, but yeah, I think I try to be more kind. And I try to help my running friends, who starts running or who wants to take any tips or want to get into ultra running. So I help people in that. So there's a kind of change, that is there. Earlier I was not like this. I used to, I was not that confident, I would say. So running has changed me. If it was some other Praveen, the previous Praveen, I would not have done anything in this lockdown. But now I figured out so many ways to keep myself fit and keep my, the training going on. So that's the kind of change I'm seeing in myself after this at turning.
555 from last year. Uh, what was your mindset coming from triple two any year before, training for it, and landing up in Leh, being part of the start line? What were the expectations?
So first of all, this race was, any race which is there in La Ultra, the categories, these long distances, you a you need a very good crew. It is not just an individual race at all. Nobody can say that, I have done it, or I have completed it, I was able to do it. ऐसा नहीं है. It's about the team game, how good your team is, along with how well you have strategized and trained for this run. So I have trained really really hard for this race. And as I've told you that I was sure of one thing, that distance is not a big challenge for me. The only challenge will be how I will strategize this race, during the run, और कहाँ जाके, if it works or not. तो and there was a, तो जब ये रेस स्टार्ट हुई थी, I was very very nervous because the distance is like, uh, it was huge. To be to like be awake for 5.5 days, that is something I have not done. I've just done it for 2 days, not more than that, at that time as well. But ये था कि if my plan works, everything, I'll be able to like do well. I was not sure if I'll be able to complete it or not, but I was sure that I'll do well in this race. तो रेस स्टार्ट होते ही it was raining from the beginning itself until 74 or 82 kilometers somewhere around South Pulu. You can't have your crew, so you have to do your race alone with the other runners, all the different categories, and all the cutoffs are same for 111 guys as well, 222, 333. Everyone, they have the same cutoff, and it is pretty tight. So that cutoff is like not easy. It is pretty tight. So that was in my plan that if once I'll be able to do that cutoff, I think I'll be good to go for a good distance in this race. So that was the only like challenge, main challenge for me in that race. Race start होते ही बारिश आने लग गई, and we started running. We were wearing the raincoats and then wind cheaters, and it was getting too cold when we reached the first cutoff and then second cutoff. And then when we reached to the North Pulu, it was very very cold. Everyone was freezing and shivering out of cold. So we took a little bit of break there, and then I started I started my journey further. At that time, my one of my shoe has already got drenched, like it was all wet. So I changed my shoe. दो ही जूते थे मेरे पास till 70, the South Polo cutoff where I was meeting my crew, supposed to meet my crew. तो वो दूसरा जूता पहना, and it was all the hailstorm was there after North Polo to the Khardungla, and तो पता नहीं था वो कैसे करना है. And I took my hiking sticks to start किया रेस. यही था कि किसी तरह I'll go and do the 74, this South Polo वाला cut off, and वही था. And somehow I faced that hailstorm and snowstorm कि किसी तरह स्नो सब जूते के अंदर पूरा, you can't feel your feet. इतना बुरा हाल था, and we were like falling down every time. It was slipping all the time. किसी तरह I managed to reach that 84 kilometers, and it was something that I've never seen in my entire life. The snow, that kind of snow when you are running, and it was not just a snow. तो उसके बाद ये था कि I was shivering and थोड़ा फीवर था. बट ये था कि हाँ अब कट ऑफ करते हैं 111, एंड देन आई विल स्टार्ट फर्दर. सो आई वाज गोइंग अकॉर्डिंग टू माय प्लान्स एंड स्ट्रेटेजी जो भी था. माय क्रू वाज देयर. I reached 111 on time, much before time. I tried to sleep after that. The only mishappening, the miscalculation that happened in my this race was I couldn't get the sleep wherever I planned to take the sleep. तो नींद नहीं आ रही थी, and it took a toll somewhere. तो 111 पे I tried for 1 hour, it was not working. Then I moved on. उसके बाद सेरथी वाला पॉइंट 173 आता है. From there I took a rest of 1 hour. I slept there for 1 hour or 2 hours, I guess. उसके बाद जो रेस स्टार्ट की, आई बीन टू दिस terrain before many times, so I know the I know the distance, I know the difficulty, everything. तो जब वारीला पास 222 में वापस ऊपर चढ़ के क्रॉस करके वापस आना था, इट वाज अगेन द सेम काइंड ऑफ सीन दैट वी हैव सीन yesterday. It was all same, and I got scared because of that while coming back, because our body was shivering, fever was there, and my crew was also facing some oxygen shortage. So it was like all messed up. But one thing was clear that I've done it before and I can do it. At least 222 is something that I can do it. I have done it before. So I did it 1 hour before from the cutoff. Then I tried to sleep there again. I did not get any sleep. So I woke up and I started my journey from there. And then I think it was a night time, something, my tiredness, और वहां मेरे जूते दो ऑलरेडी गीले थे. वारीला पास में 222 करते हुए दोनों जूते जो बाकी थे वो भी गीले हो गए. So I was only carrying 4 pair of shoes. तो सारे जूते गीले थे. I was like running in a wet shoes only. तो कहीं ना कहीं दैट वाज नॉट माय फेवरेट शू. वो यही था कि स्पेयर रखा हुआ था. सो एक चीज जो मैंने सीखी है कि यू नीड टू कैरी लॉट ऑफ गियर्स. because you never know how, what the situation will be. तो चार जूते enough नहीं पड़े थे. So I was running in that shoe, and later on when I reached Cherthi, I thought, I'll quit because I can't move on further than this. I slept there for half an hour, and then my crew pushed me, कि जाके, at least try, give it your best, and try to do it. If you can't, you stop. So I was trying to do it as per my strategy, कि एक घंटे में 6 किलोमीटर करना है. I'll walk a bit, I'll run, I'll walk faster. I was doing it. I tried really hard many times. I stopped and I did it again, another kilometer. But somewhere around, I think by around 285 or something, I gave up. It is because of my lack of sleep and my mind. I was not physically, I was not physically drained, I would say, because as soon as I quit and I came back, for the whole day I did not sleep, I did not rest, and I was speaking to my crew and the other people. I was all up till the night. So I don't think that was the physical issue there. It was all mental, and that's how La Ultra is all about. Yeah, you have to overcome those mental phases. I overcame it many times during the race, but that point has came somewhere.
Do you think there was at any point there was a bit of worry or anxiety that was taking over, which was not helping with the sleep?
It was my strategy, that in every hour how many kilometers I need to do, and I was very close to that. So and then I was very close to that, and I was also not getting any sleep. So later on, according to my strategy, I was not able to complete those kilometers within 1 hour every, the breakage that I've made. So somewhere it took a toll. I was anxious about it, and I was worrying about it a lot. My crew told me that, you go on and let's not worry about it. You just forget this and just keep going on. So I think that was a big learning for me, for everyone. This is something that I would like to share, that you know uh, there'll come a point in these long runs, when you think that you are not able to do it because the time is not left, like much time is not there, the cutoffs are like very close, you can't do it. But you should never give up at that point. you know uh, give up at the point when those cutoffs are not meet. Just go on till there, that time is not done. So I haven't done that, or because at that time when I was crossing, I stopped. All the other guys who were doing the 555, they were like along with me only, like they were not very far away from me. We all were like together, hardly 1 kilometer of difference was there, and they've crossed me while I was trying to give up. So I think this was their mindset, that they kept on going because they had this belief that that maybe they'll be able to do it. But somewhere I did not stick to that belief. I was sticking to my strategy, that it did not work, and I got worried about it. So I think that was the problem.
Hmm. Thanks for sharing that. That's a very important takeaway for a lot of runners. You recently did this, the last man stands. So, what's the challenge about, and what are the rules? What, if you can just briefly take us through?
Okay. So in this last man standing, all the registrants who all the participants, they start in the standing, like the start line. So they have to do a loop of 6.7 kilometers, 6.67 kilometers, shy. They have to complete this loop within 1 hour. Doesn't matter if they complete it in 40 minutes or 50 minutes or even 59 minutes. They have to complete it before 1 hour. If any participant is not able to complete it within 1 hour, he is disqualified, like he's out. And then once that 1 hour is complete, so every participant has to be in the starting line again for the next loop in the next hour. If any participant is not able to come up to the start line, he is also disqualified. And this race, it goes on and on and on hourly. So they count the hours and the loops goes around. And one by one, the runners, they give up as per their capabilities and the mindset. So after that, there'll be the last person who stands, and all the other person has given up. Then that runner has to complete the last loop, and he'll be as a last man stand in this race. So I was able to do 38 hours of continuous loop in this race, and there were somewhere around 19 participants in that race. And the trail was very, like, it was the mix of trail and road. So the route was very very interesting. It was not that easy one, like you have to run on roads or something. So that was the, and there was a lot of, like, you have to face night, one night, and then another night has started. So all those things were there. I was very happy to be a part of that race. It was the first time it was happening in India. So the main race, it happens in Tennessee in US already, and it was like a qualifier race for that. So the winner gets qualified for that race, and the other people can also like apply, and then it depends on the race director.
What is your next challenge that you're training for? Where will we see Praveen running again? Which part of
Okay. So many people know that, you also know that I've qualified for Badwater, and it is happening in July in US. But now, because of this Corona thing, I'm not sure, if it will happen or not. But we are staying very positive about it, including the race director of this Badwater race and all the runners there, the fellow runners. So we have a group there, and everyone around the world is training so hard that, it's so inspiring to see them. So I am very positive about it, though the chances seems a little on the lower side now, because July is like nearby. So let's see, I'm hoping to do that race. If it doesn't happen, then I'm not sure, maybe, I'll figure out, maybe Lalka or any other race. There is one another race in October in Thailand, so that is also on my list. If Badwater doesn't happen, then I'll decide. So maybe like I'll come to Laltra even for support or to run my race, or I don't know.
Well, let's hope everything is under control in a few weeks from now, and you are able to go to the US and
Yeah,
run your race. Thank you, Praveen. Thank you for joining us.
thanks.
You have shared some very valuable insights about your experience and ultra running. I hope a lot of people will have a lot of things to take away. So you can send in your questions and keep watching it, keep sharing it with your running and ultra running friends, and we'll take up your questions in our next chat. So thank you, Praveen.
Thanks, everyone.